Feel the thunder. This better be good.
So, welcome everyone to the round of Swiss round number 2 of GDSL. We will be having an absolute banger this match. I'm very excited for it. I absolutely can't wait to see what comes out of this match. We have GrumpyKittens versus Beauties and the Beast, and with me is Joe. Hi, Joe.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm really happy to cast today's game. I'm looking forward to a real competitive game with a lot of excitement.
Anything else you want to add about these teams, Joe?
Yeah, I noticed that they have a new member to their team, someone who you're familiar with, Jurzal.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So GrumpyKittens
A
did.
former leaked investor now is a grumpy kitten.
Yeah. So essentially, GrumpyKittens, has a little bit of one of the players is having some personal life stuff, and so they found a fourth player that they could play the easierly schedule matches,
I see. Okay.
and so yeah, that's the story behind Jurzal. There's no hatred. He spoke to me before doing it, and we were okay with it. I wish there was some spicy drama I could say, like, oh, you're so that backstabber, but there's really not. Everything was talked through, and everything was done cleanly.
Well, that's good to know. Well, I mean, you guys, Grumpy Kittens and Leaked Investors were both very strong teams, I think, in recent tournaments. So I think the switch makes sense for this occasion. Yeah, it's a PVZ, and its top team has a Terran following behind. That's going to be rough. The Zerg matched against Terran is good. For any kind of air build, I think Zerg is definitely the preferred race to have against that for any kind of air build from the Terran. So they're good on that, but I'm kind of interested to see how the PVZ goes.
Yeah, it's really tough. I would say, like, I would 100% favor the PVC, because I mean, you get to sorry, the PT, because you get to do the PT stack on a Protoss, and
Yeah.
so that's gonna be very hard for Raul. Raul would need some very early disruptors if he wants a chance to survive. But it also means that Shashka can siege on Bio coming into the Nexus, so if they can use that opportunity and get some libs and siege at the Nexus and Darkwhite catches, like, I could see this easily going either way.
Yeah.
But Jurzal will try to prevent that, and Jurzal, Zerg is extremely strong versus Terran, man. Like, it's pretty crazy how strong
Another
Zerg
interesting
is.
thing about this game is that each team has picked one of each race, which I think is pretty interesting. There's no team that has two of the same.
Yeah, I think that they're like testing the waters, right? They just want to measure each other up, see where they're at. Like, no, this is a more serious match. So, and oh my god, you can see, and I wanna comment on this, because I play on pubs, right? And every time I play pubs, people are mad at me. It's like, oh, why are you gassing? Why are you gassing? These are like the top teams right now in this tournament, or one of them, right? Or two of them.
Yes, for
And
sure.
we already see 3 gases at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, I think recently gassing first in standard direct strike is kind of become more popular because it gives teams a chance to stack their Protoss by losing a little bit of wave, and the gas will slow that down. So they're not trying to play too aggressive.
Right. Usually the team is trying to go for some sort of stack, and they will gas. Usually with Kachar. Okay, he's just trying to kill himself, or
Okay, there's
I don't know.
no siege there.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
That was a flying lib.
Yeah, but you know.
Kamikaze lib.
Okay, and no team won out of any Terran. Yeah, no T1 out of any Terran. Kachar was adding some Marauders, but he sold them.
And we have full Hydra.
Yeah. So you can
Which
see.
I think, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you know, the full Hydra, the idea is you kind of want to die, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the going full Hydra is the safe play.
Yeah,
You're going to do some damage, but you're not going to win.
there's not a lot of real options the Zerg can do versus a Protoss. Like, your only options are Mass Hydra or Mass Ling, or
Pretty
like,
much.
or some in between of like Ling Hydra, but it's a very sad time for the Zerg.
I mean, I have seen people open Queen Lurker and try to do something like that and try to get a lucky stack around the bunker, but that's very risky.
But you can't do it if there's a Terran, because the Terran will just get this siege their libs infinitely on your Queen Lurker and just won't be able to do anything. So
Exactly. That's why you don't see it that much.
yeah, if there's a Terran, it's just impossible to do.
Yeah.
You can see Darkwhite with +2. She's trying to damage these stalkers, prevent them from stacking. She's trying to do as much damage as possible. She just can't clear. Like, that's just not possible. But she can try to do as much damage as she can. And the idea is to let Raul try to stack. So Raul is actually trying to make these stalkers survive, but none of them are surviving so far. GrumpyKittens with some... they're just completely preventing the stack. They're annihilating these stalkers.
Yeah, Imsux is getting really good positioning under the libs.
And I don't mind Shashka's army. It's mass Liberator, but Jurzal's having a real good time this game, I will say.
Yeah, I mean, going Liberator into T2 Zerg is really tough.
That fungal. It's 6 Hydras. That's a lot of damage.
I mean, pretty much Darkwhite has to kind of weather the storm a little bit till the other teammates can start building their strength.
Yeah, Kachar is really using these stalkers as meat shield to protect his liberators. And it's kind of being nice, very nice to see. These liberators, some really good sieges here. They're very well spread. But the stalkers can kind of just keep dancing around. The only issue I see is like, okay, you're stacking stalkers, but you're stacking them into liberators. It works well when you're against the Protoss, but against the Zerg can kind of just deal with everything.
Now this is the problem, the T2 Zerg. The mutas are just such cheap units, and you can make them in abundance and overwhelm the Terran. It's very rough.
Mutas are extremely punishing because as a Terran, you can't really go. It feels like you can't go bio because if you go bio, then there's infestors and your life is in Ravagers, and your life is very sad. But then if you go T2 and you go Liberators, then, you know, the Zerg can just like put so many threats at you at once that you just can't handle it, right? Like, it's not just the Hydras. Like, okay, if it was just Hydra, maybe you could deal, but how do you deal with Hydras and Mutas?
And then, you know, if there's mines, you just add Lings, let the Lings absorb the mine shots, and just overwhelm the Terran, basically.
Yep. Okay, now we can see that Tier 2 Terran has a very hard time dealing with Protoss. Because the Stalkers, any good player can just start blinking the Stalkers around, so the Liberators just can never attack the Stalkers. But that, yeah, the issue really here is that the TVZ. You can see even with an extremely good wave with a lot of Stalkers surviving, Shashka is not able to deal with this wave. And trust me, it's not because Shashka is bad. Shashka is an insanely good player.
Some Liberators survive. There's one alive now. This is going to help.
Yeah, no, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean those two Liberators did a lot of damage to the Protoss, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Still a couple Stalkers.
Yeah, but Kachar can't deal with this wave at all. Like, Kachar is...
Oh, well, Kachar's T3, and this is Kachar's game. You know, he plays this a lot in in-house.
Yeah.
He's very confident with it.
Yeah, but the Liberators in middle meeting Stalkers, you can't clear. There's no way.
You can't clear, but I'm curious to see how this is going to go in the end game.
Yeah, that's a fair point, because once you start getting those Liberators sieging at the Nexus, they stack, man. They survive.
Yeah, and also both teams have their bunkers remaining, and Kachar is already T3, which is...
Dude, 6 kills on that Disruptor. That was 5 Hydras and an Infestor. That was an insane value. But, you know what? It doesn't matter. Infestor is so good. It deals a lot of damage to these Stalkers, and another Fungal. Yep. This is a really high value Infestors. But I would really like, yeah, you can see already Shashka is telling Darkwhite that she needs to move her Infestors to the back, because the Infestors, you know, they're magnets to the Disruptors. And so you kind of need them at the back, not at the front, because if your Infestors are with your army, that means your army is going to die.
This is a really good battle for the center, but here comes the problem, the Zerg.
Yes, but, you know, I actually don't like these Ravagers. I like the Mutas, but I don't... The Ravagers are very strong. They deal a lot of damage to the next wave, which they achieved. But they kind of iffy versus Liberators, I would say.
Definitely iffy, but I think Jurzal is confident with his air that he can use his Ravagers to do damage to the next wave, give his team a big advantage.
Yeah, let's see if the risk pays off. Oh my god, dude, these Disruptors are about to come online. Only a couple seconds away. Okay.
Very close. That was... Ooh,
Yeah,
some of those hit.
5 and 6 kills on those Disruptors. That's a
Yeah.
lot of damage.
This is very dangerous here.
Yeah, there's a lot of Ravens, but I don't know how dangerous this is going to be. I think this is a perfect opportunity right now for the bottom team to stack, because the cannon is going to help protect these Liberators. Let's see.
There's just too much Mutas and Hydras and just... it's just too much.
Yeah, but here comes Darkwhite, and she's there to protect. The Liberators are staying alive. There's 4 Liberators, but all the ground army from Darkwhite is just dead.
Yeah, and the problem is a lot of Stalkers going in against the Liberators that have leaked.
Yeah, and these Liberators, they're +0. Like, they don't have any attack upgrades. And since they don't have any attack upgrades, they can't deal with the Stalkers. Like, Liberators...
Yeah, you definitely need attack upgrades versus Stalkers with Libs.
You need exactly +2. Because it changes...
Exactly.
Yeah, instead of being killed by 3 attacks from a Liberator, it changes to 2 attacks. Yep.
Yep.
So...
We got a BC out.
Yep. Some dancing from Shashka. Really good job there. This is going to be a huge stack.
I know. Let's see the counter stack. This is going to be the game here.
That was a late scan and a late siege. Let's see.
Oh.
Yeah, the problem is Darkwhite has so much ground army that she's just getting completely annihilated. I wish she had a more air army, which she is changing to now.
Yeah. Now that they're on the Nexus, yep, definitely.
But she got wrecked really hard there.
Yeah, well, okay, we have a Liberators, Void Rays. Let's see if the Mutas can catch up and add to this stat.
Yeah, but Prismatic Alignment is gone now. I'm not sure how these Void Rays are going to be able to deal with Kachar's army. Really need that Prismatic Alignment to kill this air army. Okay, so nice, really nice micro there from Kachar. He's using the Ravens completely accurately. You should be using your Ravens mainly for Interference Matrix, 1 anti-armor, and maybe some turrets afterwards. You used it really well.
Yeah, that was a good tank from Kachar with the BC. And now we're at 6 gas for the top team, and we got 4 from the bottom team. So slowly that income advantage is going to start building.
Yeah, and I think Kachar just has to get ready because he knows his opponent's trying to do Void Race. All he has to do is just make sure these Liberators stay alive and they do enough damage to the next wave. As long as he can do that, I think they're going to be fine. And they've been doing it so far every time. Yeah, look, these Liberators, they siege on the mines, they siege on whatever. I feel like
And
the mines are...
sorry, I mean, Kachar is dancing those libs around those mines really nicely.
Yeah, the mines are more of a liability right now. And that's kind of an issue because you kind of want mine versus the Zerg. Like, you want mines versus the Mutas. But then you get the mines, and the other Terran just sieges on your Widow mines. And you never clear his libs.
Yeah, that's one of the problems when you start going into another player's wave, is they kind of have to recounter a new wave almost. And it becomes a very, very steep hole to climb out.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie, this is looking really good for the GrumpyKittens. Beauties and the Beast are having a real tough time, so that's the bottom team. Struggling hard this game. Yeah, perfect. Okay, BCs and Yamato's everything. Nice.
So now Kachar is adding more BCs because he's always facing. Now this is here's the stat with the Liberators.
The Ravagers, they kind of tag all the Liberators, but the Liberators are still alive. This is a lot of Liberators. They're all damaged, but it doesn't matter, right? Like, they still do 100% damage. And it's versus a Protoss wave. Actually, this might be the beginning of the comeback. Let's see. And these are +2 now. Here comes the Phoenix and the Void Race to save.
Those are some good shots right there. It's a full air battle now, but I think the problem is going to be these Ravens.
And the BCs, right? Like, the Yamatos are going to obliterate the Void Race. Let's see.
This is going to be very difficult for them to clear, but we'll see.
Kachar doesn't have any Vikings of his own, so he can't really deal with the army. Yeah, this is a pretty big... Actually, most of the army got eliminated by the Liberators. And there's no way Shashka can deal with this. Shashka needs a lot of help to deal with this wave.
And the Biles are really good against BCs.
Yeah, now he stacks one Liberator and a couple Vikings, but I'm not sure how strong that would be against the Protoss wave.
That was a good corner disruptor on the Hydras.
Okay, that one Lib is going to town, doing a lot of damage. It's still alive. I don't know about that on Siege.
Yeah, it's path. Ooh.
I don't know about that on Siege. Kind of a late siege there from Shashka. He was focused on adding units, I'm sure.
That is a lot of BCs from Kachar, though.
Yeah, the problem is, like, even if it looks really close, whenever it comes to this battle in particular, the Terran versus Zerg, Zerg is just gonna overpower the Terran. Like, the Terran needs an absolute bunch amount of help. And usually you also need some Thors, and there's no Thors out.
I think, you know, once the Vipers start coming out, then it's going to be really, really trouble. Because Vipers just clean air.
Yeah, a couple of Vipers could land some parasitic bombs and some abduct on key units. Yeah, it's very strong. Yeah, and I think the window for the bottom team right now is closing very hard, very fast, because the top team right now, GrumpyKittens, is on 8 gases.
Yeah, they just increased their gas count just now, pretty much. And they're going to start trying to lean on the Nexus. It's very difficult to push back when you have a Terran and a Zerg stacking. It's like probably the scariest thing in direct strike when you have a Zerg and Terran stacking Liberators and BCs. And
Yeah, well, the game has been mostly about those two stats, right? Like it's been mainly stalker stacking or liberator stacking, and
Okay.
we've seen some more versatility in the recent in-houses where there's like some BC stacking and there's some other stuff stacking, but for the most part, okay, that immortal is gonna, yeah, the stalker's the blink forward Imsux smelling blood in the water, and he does kill the planetary fortress. So GG is called. Game 1 goes to the Grumpy Kittens.
Terran definitely. You got to be very careful with your decisions as Terran because you could get countered hard if you make the wrong one. So yeah, whereas I think you're saying Zerg and Protoss, we kind of know basically what that matchup is, but when it comes to like TVT, TVP, TVZ, you have a lot more options, right? So
Go, go.
so who do you think? Which team you think this matchup favors?
I think Weekly Stack is very strong, but let's see what Shashka does.
So I'm going to actually say the bottom team just because of the air stack, and Kachar is very good at stacking libs and BCs, and I think that combination with the Zerg is actually, even though it's not as strong in the early game, is stronger. So I'm
Yep.
I'm going to say the matchup.
But you're doing TC stack against the Zerg, and like I think the Zerg just if he plays it well, I don't think and I'm sure Pepper knows how to play this. Oh, by the way, yeah, there was another gamer switch I didn't realize. Pepper did get switched. So Darkwhite, sorry, got switched for Pepper. So Pepper is actually playing this game. Okay. Opening the game, we see two gases and 4 T2s. Gas coming. Okay, Shashki immediately going for T2, so that's kind of the stack they're going for. They're not going for bio. So this is what I'm most excited about, and Kachar is going for T2, so they're definitely going to try the TC stack, as you were saying, Joe.
Yeah.
And Tris is going bio, which is kind of what I predicted. I would have thought that he is going to go bio.
Yeah. I mean, there's got to be a player pushing the action, right? So I think Triss is going to be the guy pushing the action while the others tech for the late game counter attack. But let's see if the Beauty and the Beast can weather the storm late game and hold it.
Okay,
That's why the game's going. Yep.
No damage on the bunker. Shashka noticing, telling Pepper to go front. Queens. I do not like queens.
So he might use the strategy I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, they're going for a deep T stack. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I feel like with some good blinks, yeah, you can't kill the stalkers. But if Shashka doesn't help with Terran, because Shashka didn't go bio, that's a lot of Marauders, man. Suddenly you have 4 Marauders sieging at your nexus. That's a lot of Marines. This might be bunker. These are this bio has +1 stim.
Oh, geez, that's over. That is not good.
Yeah,
That was very early.
yeah, that is very not good. I think. Okay, the Hellbat distracts the Hydras, but yeah, the Hellbat, man, contributing a whole lot there. The Hydras were shooting at the Hellbat instead of the Liberators, so the Liberators win out versus the Hydras.
I don't think this Liberator is going to do a lot of damage to the bunch of stalkers.
No, well, it shot once, but.
All right,
Okay.
so we have a BC on the field.
Here comes the first BC. But I don't quite understand this. The BC is to stack with the Protoss? I don't understand. Like, Trish has a lot of Marines. Nope. Oh, it's a very late blink. That's not gonna do anything. Yeah, this BC is gonna die. Instant die. And also, Pepper's at the back, so he's not trying to stack with the BC either. I'm very confused about what Beauties and the Beast is doing right now.
I mean, I think the BC should be in the back, and then the Zerg should be in the front.
It would depend on who you're trying to stack with, right? Like, if you're trying to stack with, like, is the Zerg trying to stack with the BCs? Okay, there we go. Now that he moves his BC's front, then I would imagine we see Pepper moving his units front very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I think the BCs will be effective if they stack. If they get pushed hard and they stack. I'd actually like to see a gas from. This is Raul, right? Green, the green
Raul's
Protoss.
green, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see like Raul gas now and try to go for a. Try to start losing his wave a little bit, kind of help Shaska stack these BCs.
Okay. I think one BC might survive. Yeah, the Hydras are catching, and this army is very spread out. Let's see what it can do. But this one BC can do a lot of damage. There's almost no anti-air here. But Kachar is saving a lot of Raven energy. Okay,
That was a good anti-air.
The BC clears, and actually being back for Pepper actually helped them a lot because the Planetary Fortress killed all the bio for him.
Yeah, but that is a lot of Hydras from Imsux. That's a lot.
These are +2 Hydras too. Like, you can see Raul already knows, like, I can't win with just Stalkers, and he's stacking up to Disruptors now. Shashka switched positions. And let's see what he does. He's gonna blink away, but this is one full energy Raven, and yep, he's gonna get the anti-armor. All these BCs are gonna go down. You can see how much of a difference it makes when there's an anti-armor.
The anti-armor, they just melt. The anti-armor is very powerful in the BC. So it's still 3 gas for each team.
Yeah, and you can see Kachar here dancing, just sieging and unsieging a lot. Tries to get the interference matrix on these Stalkers, but Raul dodges most of them.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. Wow.
Yeah, Raul's wave is just the foregone conclusion right now. They're gonna let that wave die. It's all about these BCs from Shashka.
So Chashka's trying to get those BCs as far off to the side as he can.
He's trying to let the Planetary Fortress kill as much as possible. I'm not sure how that's going right now. Trish kind of a little bit late on the anti-armor missile, but does get it now, and that's gonna be on time. All these BCs are gonna go down.
Unfortunately, the only units going in are the Marauders, but all the Marines are doing their full attack on the BCs.
Yeah, Shashka, I think it would have been a very different game if they would have gone for the PT stack. But instead he opted for some BCs, and I'm not sure how strong it's working right now.
Yeah, I mean, the longer the game goes, the harder it's going to get, because once Thors come out, it's going to be very difficult, I think.
Yeah, you really want to stack at about 4 to 5 BCs is when you want to get your stack going. Usually that's where you want to win.
And all those anti-air missiles are just connecting. And he's got the Hydra support to help with the damage.
Yeah, this is not looking so good for the Beauties and the Beast. GrumpyKittens just out-strategizing them right now.
Yeah. You know, sometimes just like, straight up regular play could be the, most powerful.
Was this regular play? I'm not sure I would call it regular play.
I'm not saying like going like T3 and trying like a kind of a I'm talking about this like more straight up standard play. Just the standard PT that we know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Stock.
Okay, no, no. Yes, yes. Yeah,
Like
Beauties and the
regular.
Beast.
Just kind of regular standard play. I mean, I guess I could say that better.
Yeah, no, no.
But
I thought you were talking about Grumpy Kittens, but no, yeah. Beauties and
oh
the
no
Beast.
no 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 no.
Some
I mean the
standard.
top.
Yeah, some standard play maybe would have been better. Yeah,
Yeah
I'm
yeah
sorry.
yeah.
I misconfused
That's
that.
better. Yeah, I need to word that better.
Okay, here comes the Zerg, and there's a stack. There's something happening right now. Like there's now an army. There's 3 BCs. There's a couple of infestors. Not a lot of anti-air from Kachar. He only has the 1 BC.
That
Yeah,
is a
but-
lot of ratings.
Yeah, but kind of
That
a
was a
late
good
siege.
point.
Yeah, he even scanned, but he sieged kind of late. And the BCs are still here, but I'm not sure if the BCs are strong enough to push all of this, because it's from Raul. It's still only stalkers.
I think we need to see some disruptors to try to break up those Zergs. The Hydras.
Yeah, the only issue is like once you get disruptors, and you can't use this very strong blink. Like right, you kind of you have a harder time blinking around. But he's
Yeah.
only stacking the Hydras. It's kind of the issue.
And that's true, and you gotta land your disruptor shots, or it's very costly.
And like once you start adding disruptors, the Zerg just adds Muta, and you can see that he already has a lot of Mutas. And yeah, life is sad as Protoss. When you're winning, it's very good, but when you're losing, oh my god, it's so bad
Yeah,
being Protoss.
This is one of the weaknesses of Protoss, right? In these kind of situations.
Okay, disruptors are here, and 1 shot lands, but 1 misses. Don't think that was enough.
So Imsux is holding very well with his Hydra Muta army.
I have a little bit of echo with you, I think. Sometimes.
Really?
I think it's when I speak too loud.
Huh.
Oh. Shashka is still trying. He's on 6 BCs.
Yeah, they need to get a real deep stack with those BCs so they can stack them all with the next wave.
Yeah, but the timing is kind of getting too late stack with BCs. Like usually you want to stack between the first 10 minutes. You want to have your BC stack going very strong. Because the issue is like if you push later, like it can happen. It's not that it can't, but the chances of you actually beating your wave head on goes like significantly lower. Because you're on only BCs, like you're going to need liberators eventually.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. I'm thinking that he's gonna stay. Chashka's gonna stay BCs and try to get as many BCs stacking as he can. So this is good, pretty good right here.
Is it? The whole army's covered in red bombs. A lot of liberators doing damage. Vikings.
I mean, it
there.
looks good. It looks good. It looks.
Dude, look at the army. It's split in 3 sides. Like the Ravagers went on ahead by themselves. Then the Hydra Infestors. The BCs were just chilling at the back at the Planetary Fortress.
I'll tell you, there was a moment it looked really good, but then when it got painted red, I was like, okay, yeah, but.
Yeah.
But there was a moment where it looked pretty strong, and then I saw that red, and I was like, okay, I got you.
4 or 5 kills on these disruptors. But they're gonna need a whole bunch more than that.
And then this is what I was saying. The Z and T stack is so brutal, and it's just.
BCs are still trying to stack, but not a single BC survives. Oh, well, there's some BC surviving, but yeah, this is looking pretty rough. There's still liberators here. There's still Vikings.
They're just doing so much damage to the Zerg ground, and there's just nothing left. Just a little bit of army.
Yeah, the idea of the BCs, like, you're supposed to stack a BC on the next wave, right? And the BC is like this huge 3 to 6 armor unit that
Yeah.
can take a lot of damage and just tank for days. But it's not even tanking right now. Like, all the GrumpyKittens are just obliterating the BCs. They're not contributing that much.
Yeah, it's like you said, you got to do it at a certain point in the game, or it just gets, you know, harder and harder, right?
Yeah, it's getting pretty. It's going pretty bad right now.
Because the problem is that Triss is taking out so much Zerg ground damage that the next wave can handle any BC leak. Those were good Ravager hits there from Pepper. And this Zerg army is just huge.
Yeah, Zerg can get so many units, man. So many units.
Oh yeah, they're cheap and they have high damage pretty much.
And high health too. These mutants, man, they're 120 health each. Like, that's a lot of HP for only 75.
That's almost 3 Marines apiece, right?
A Marine is well, it's
50.
55, but it goes to 45 with stim.
That's a lot of value though for a Muta.
A lot of value. Yes, sir. No, okay, yeah, a little bit late on the Shroud, but I'm not sure if it's gonna make a difference. Like, there's just so many Liberators come from Kachar that are all very well spread out, so you can't really mile them down or really have any real easy way of dealing with them. And you have Archons because, well, Archons are good versus Mutas, but you're forced into Archons against a player that already has Mass Hydra, and there's Libs before that. So, even though Archons are nice... Okay, yeah, now Imsux is just styling here with the
He's got
Infestors.
an Raul.
Yeah, the... what's that called? The Neuroparasite.
Yeah, you don't see that every day in tournament games.
No, you barely see Neuroparasite. I think Imsux is styling here.
Yeah, and I really like that. You know, it's cool. A lot of players don't like it though. They're like, "No, don't get that." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Well, the issue is usually like, well, first you can't fungal, right? So it's a trade-off. You don't only get to steal enemy units. You stop fungling, but the main issue is like, you don't kill it, right? So
yeah, it helps the team stack, right?
Yeah, you don't kill it, so it stays alive.
Yeah.
And that's usually more harmful than it is a good thing. Like, he's just stealing random disruptors. What's this gonna do?
I think he's just flexing at this point, you know.
Yeah, he's definitely wilding. He's styling.
And you know, and why not? You know, we're playing a game. It should be fun. Yeah, it's a tournament game, but you know, wow.
It's only Swiss round too. Like this, it's not like their lives are on the line on this tournament or in this match. Their tournament life is still very much alive. They only have to win 3 matches in these Swiss rounds to qualify for the next stage. So they don't necessarily have to win this one. If they have any secret good strategies, they're probably saving them. They're only testing the waters right now, maybe using some test strategies they wanted to figure out if it worked or not.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, this is a lot of fun to watch. I mean, watching these players play.
Raul is a very outspoken player. He's usually, you know, he has a lot to say a lot of the time. He's kind of a fun person to have in the conversation. You also have Shashka, which is another very outspoken player. So seeing them play is always very nice. They always have Good micro, good strategies, good ideas.
So this is interesting. There's not a single Thor from the bottom team. They're just counting on taking out the ground of the next wave, while the next wave comes in and takes the air out. That's cool. Very cool.
Yeah, mass liberator it is, and the liberators are extremely punishing because if you look
Look
at
here.
roles, yes. Sorry, go ahead.
I spoke too soon. There's a Thor on the field. Right when I said there's no Thors.
Yeah, but he's really focused on just absolutely obliterating the ground army from the Zerg and then from the following Protoss.
Yeah, and it's a very, very cool strategy.
Yeah, I think this game is pretty much over, guys. It's 7 gases to 3. These BCs aren't stacking. It's way too late to get them going. Even Triss has like mass BC now. Oh, sorry, mass liberator now. So he's just, yeah, there's just no ground army to speak
Wow.
of. It's only BCs, and they're not doing very well.
It's just an air battle at this point. And they don't have the air to keep up.
Yeah,
I
liberators
mean,
are pretty good.
the libs are just wiping out all the ground and just forcing the game into the air.
Raul kind of shot all his disruptors preemptively, and they killed like 3 Hydras. And this is a lot of army against only BCs. I think the Planetary Fortress is going to go down. It's a lot of Ravagers. If they focus the BIOS on the PF, yep, the Planetary Fortress, it's going to go down.
Wow.
GG is called. GrumpyKittens taking game number 2 very convincingly on a matchup that's on paper unfavored. So they're looking very strong today. Okay, ready to go. Yeah, so Shashka switched to Zerg, so that's a huge difference. Darkwhite going to be playing Terran. And Jurzal's going to be playing Terran instead of Zerg. And Imsux going to play Protoss. So a lot of switch up from the players. They're all playing multiple races. Except Kachar, he's on Terran duty.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. I think going from one race to another and switching up. I mean, I think it's more difficult than just focusing on a single kind of job with a race, a single, you know, mindset for one race. But it definitely adds to the mind games when you're switching around races and positions, and it's impossible to see what they'll do.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, more than races, it feels like every race has, like, it depends on the matchup, right? Like, what you're gonna do. And sometimes
Yeah.
you can do some of those play styles, you can do them very naturally. Like, blinking stalkers, maybe you're really good at blinking stalkers, but you're not good at sieging liberators. But you can play bio, so maybe if you were going for a Terran bio strategy, then you can play that part.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like there's so many different playstyles on each race, depending on what's up. This is matchup that I didn't really want to play. Okay. So. Let's see why. I would think.
I don't know about chatting during a game like that. You kind of want to.
They're friends, right? And Shashka.
I know that's fine, but I'm just thinking you want to keep probably like a poker face, you know?
Yes, I would keep a poker face 100%.
Is what I mean. I know that, but I'm saying, just be cold. Don't give them any advantage as to what you're thinking. I think maybe just poker face is what I'm saying.
I agree with you, but Shashka does not care.
Huh?
And I don't know. It's a best of 5, but we could see a turnaround, and this could be the beginning of that. So let's see if they can make it happen. Stalker on Stalker action right now, so we're gonna get to see some blinks. Let's see. Okay, nice blink out of Imsux. You can see that Imsux attack hit the opponent's Stalker, but he didn't get hit back, and so now he's completely obliterating here. While Raul dodged, but he blinked back, but he didn't dodge the attack, and you can see how much of a difference that makes. Just how many Stalkers from Imsux survived versus how many Stalkers from Raul survived. And now Jurzal is going to obliterate this as well. And the advantage is so far going for the top team, GrumpyKittens.
Yeah, there's like a sliver of time where you can hit before you blink back, and whoever closes that gap but is the victor, right? In the stalker battle.
Yeah, you kind of want to. If your opponent dodges first, you kind of want to take the first hit. Just take the first hit anyway. Like, it's fine, and just blink on the second attack, because you really want to be making sure you're dodging a stalker attack. If you just blink and don't dodge a stalker attack and your opponent does, then you can see what happens. Like Raul. Oh no, this is really bad positioning from Raul. I don't like this. I like this a lot better from Imsux. You can see that Raul dodged, but only 2 stalkers attacked. Well, Imsux's army, since all the stalkers are front, you can see that all the stalkers are on the front and only 4 on the back.
You're
versus
right.
Raul's, which were only 2 front and the rest back. That was very you could see like how well it's working out for the GrumpyKittens right now. Raul is absolutely getting smashed in this PvP.
And I like what Kachar's doing with the 2 gas to really help Imsux blink back and catch the Terran. Because Kachar knows he's not going to win this matchup versus the Zerg, pretty much. At least not early. But he'll leak just enough to give Imsux a blink back.
Yeah, and you know the Zerg isn't really pressuring the bunker, right? Like, the Zerg isn't gonna blow up the bunker. Hydras and Infestors have a very hard time destroying a bunker. And so he does give the blink back advantage to Imsux, but that was a lot of damage. That Fungal did really well. Let's see how many Stalkers survive.
Yeah, this is definitely better for Raul. But that is a lot of Marauders and Reapers.
Let's see, I want to see a blink. Okay, nice blink to the side. That's what Raul 1 needed to do. But some Marines from Darkwhite. Let's see if they make the difference. Yeah. Oh, it's so close.
Very
Okay.
close.
No, it turns out. Yeah.
Actually, this is very good for the top team, I think.
Yeah, so far it's working out really well for the top team. I agree. No,
But I think Imsux is going to get a really good blink back right here. I don't think this is enough to destroy the bunker.
Yeah, no, the Hydras die way too quickly. But if you can get some fungals.
Oh wow, that was a great blink. He blinked right out of that fungal. He only got one part of his army fungal.
Yeah, that was about as good as you could get from Sux. You were always gonna get hit by a fungal. And I think
Yeah.
Sashka just accepted that and it's like, okay, I'll just hit you with 1 fungal.
This is going to be a scary stack right here.
Yeah, this is gonna be a painful one for sure. Yeah, and the armies is too spread out. And the Stalkers surviving and just making all the difference right now. The Stalkers, they're contributing so much to Jurzal. Jurzal's having a good time.
Shashka's doing a really good job taking up the.
Yeah, that Kachar repositioning there, he's definitely gonna get wrecked. Yeah, but like, as I was saying, there's just no potential to kill this bunker with this Zerg army. So we're gonna get to see this over and over again.
Yeah, they're very. It's a very squishy army to do damage to that.
Like, if there were some Hydras or something. But I think we're gonna start seeing a transition now, because it's already 6 minutes in, and now the Protoss, they kind of want to do something more than just blinking Stalkers around. They want to have Disruptors to deal with a lot of damage. We're at the point where there's just, the armies are so clumped and so big, the Disruptors can get a lot of value for both sides. And you can see Raul is already T2, and Imsux is getting T2, and he's gonna have it on time, and they're definitely gonna be adding some Disruptors.
Yep, they're transitioning into the Disruptor wave.
Disruptor from Raul, only from Imsux.
Okay, that was a lot of damage there.
Okay, Widowmine stays alive, but I don't... There's no Disruptor, so it's not gonna contribute that much. Let's see how good the Disruptor from Imsux is going to be. Only
just
one
Stalker.
Stalker, that's actually really bad. That's
Yeah.
really, really bad.
That,
But
that one stalker was just in the front. They hit it.
yes, but I will say they're protecting this disruptor. This disruptor is staying alive. There's nothing attacking it so far, and he's gonna get his shot in 1 second. Is he going to be able to shoot? And he shoots, and that's 3 Marauders and a Reaper. That's really good. And now, yeah.
Yeah. You need every single bio unit when you're in this kind of situation.
Okay, but I don't think Kachar is going to be able to clear his wave yet. Oh, the mutas all go down. There's no air armor? Yeah, there's no air armor on these mutas. Okay, now Kachar just like wants to win, so now he did a lot of damage. And now the first disruptor from Raul is out. Well, 2 disruptors from Imsux are out, so let's see how good the blinks are.
Oh, dang. That was a good blink from both of them, but I think Imsux got the better of that one.
Yeah, he has an immortal. His disruptor got 3 kills while Raul's got 0, so definitely getting the much better engagement. But there's also a zealot from Imsux, which I'm which I agree about, and a tank from Jurzal coming out. Tank's doing the dancing. Look at the tank dance.
Tank dance.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah, but so Kachar is now going to get cleared. This is actually a very bad wave for Kachar. He's absolutely getting obliterated. He leaks the whole wave. And now Imsux is forced to use one of his disruptors. And he's also going to take a little bit of damage. One of the disruptors is actually going to die. Very good work from Shashka. Focusing on biling down the disruptor. You know, not the most amazing disruptor shots coming out of Raul, but he does clear the opponent's disruptors, which is always nice.
We got a Liberator from Jurzal as well. Both teams get a Liberator. There's just so many more Stalkers surviving, though. That's from Imsux. But this is a really good effort here for Darkwhite.
Darkwhite having a real huge issue sieging that Liberator and making it do damage because the Stalkers just kept blinking around. So the Liberators weren't really able to do a lot of damage. But they did tank the Widow Mines, and actually the mutas are still alive. This bunker, it doesn't go down, but the army from Imsux is taking a lot of damage. He's forced to blink front. He's forced to use one of his disruptors as well.
Well, there's a miss on the one disruptor there from Imsux.
Yeah, not the most amazing disruptor shots overall, to be honest. They're doing damage, but they're mostly evading their attacks.
Yeah.
No. The siege from Darkwhite. He sieged on the same place, but... Well.
Raul did a good job pushing that army to the side. A lot of Marauders coming in there.
Yeah, and the Marauders don't have to do a lot. They just tank they just stack the Hellbats and Widow Mines. And so now he gets to face off all the Widow Mines are clumped. They're all gonna go down. No, none of the Widow Mines shoot on the mutas, so the mutas are still alive. Imsux comes in for the save, blinks out the Stalker's front, but the bunker goes down. Some Liberators...
This is very dangerous for Raul. Those libs are gonna do a lot of damage.
I think he's prepared. I think he's good enough. He has enough Stalkers. All he has to do is blink around. Yep, blinks.
Yeah.
He just has so much. The Liberators from Darkwhite dealt so much damage to Imsux.
Yeah, and this is kind of what I was saying about the T2 Terran going into T2 Zerg. It's just very tough to do. Oh, yeah, there's a BC out. Now this is kind of a problem because Darkwhite doesn't have anything to shoot down those libs. So these are all going to stack with the Protoss.
Okay, no siege on these Liberators since he was looking away. The Widow Mines from Kachar are going to help Darkwhite kind of siege her libs a little bit better. But they have to survive this wave, and this wave is looking very scary. That's a
There's
lot of yeah, that's a lot of liberators with +2. And I think Raul... Oh my god, dude. 5 kills on that disruptor. That was a nice disruptor shot.
Okay, so we got kind of a triple stack going here. That siege was a little bit too far, Kachar.
Darkwhite siege.
That's good. Yeah, he's gonna stay right there.
Okay, let's see how this fight goes. That's a lot of clumped liberators. That's a lot of bios. Yeah, most of the liberators actually going down to bios. That's
Those are really good shots from.
Shashka with some insane bios is clearing all of the liberators, not a single one.
Yeah, the libs got clumped up in the corner, and you got to be able to shoot them down.
Okay,
Bottom team is playing very hard.
Yeah, this might be the beginning of the comeback. So far, they're doing it. They're ahead on. Actually, they're equal gas, but they've had middle for. Actually, I feel like it's pretty 50-50 so far. Like, it could go either way. They've had middle for a long time. Like, it's going back and forth. But I think it was mostly in favor of the bottom team. Nice Viking.
I think the Jurzal sieges were a little bit late there.
Dude, look at the Widow Mines. They're all going down to Liberators, and that's so expensive. Every Widow Mine costs the same as a Stalker. Every Widow Mine that goes down is actually a lot of money. Yeah, Darkwhite siege! Darkwhite! Come on.
Oh!
That was a very late siege from Darkwhite.
These libs from these liberators from Darkwhite did a ton of damage to all the waves.
Yeah. But it was looking like once a very promising game for GrumpyKittens. Like they could just turn it around at any moment. It looked like the CVT was just extremely one-sided, and that just decided the fate of the game.
Yeah, that's the problem. The ZVT. Zerg is so good at preventing the air stack.
Well, it's not over yet. GrumpyKittens doesn't have a Zerg to really catch this Terran. It has the second best thing, which is a Protoss, which can blink forward, but
The problem is that Darkwhite doesn't have anything really to kill these liberators with those BCs tanking.
I don't think that's a problem. You mean the Liberators are the BCs tanking the Liberators?
I mean, Darkwhite doesn't really have a lot to kill the liberators.
Yeah, but it's been fine because she could just kill the next wave. He doesn't care. He's been killing. Like, I think Kachar went so Widowmine focused. He's done 11 Widow Mines. That's basically killing.
That is a lot of Widow Mines. That is a lot of Widow Mines.
That's basically killing 11 Stalkers. Like, he's doing so much damage. She's doing so much damage there.
Yeah, this looks pretty good though. I think Darkwhite needs some more Vikings. It's gonna turn into an air versus air battle.
Yeah, look at these Liberators. They kill Widow Mines. They force the Widow Mine burrow. They force the the actual Widow Mine shot. Now look at the Corruptor count. It's pretty big.
This is the problem, right?
Yeah.
The Zerg flattening all the air.
Yep, I completely agree. You have Stalkers attacking Mutas instead of attacking Liberators, so.
Oh.
No, wait. Tactical pause.
Tactical pause. All right.
Andre saying that for the last few days he's had too much Joe voice in his head.
Huh?
Funny.
What?
Your teammate Andre saying he's had too much of your voice in his head.
Hmm.
That's funny.
Okay, that's a little strange. He's got the the EskimoJoe ringtone. We got some mind games going on here. Okay. So how's it looking so far? Do you think the top team can push back? How do you think the window is looking at this point?
17 minutes in, I will say the gas count is looking very low for the bottom team. But I think they're gonna get their first score on the map.
Hmm.
Like, I don't see how Kachar can really stack with the Protoss against the Zerg that just has because your only answer to these corruptors is the Widow Mines, but the Widow Mines are getting completely obliterated every single time. So you have Stalkers catching you, but like, what are Stalkers gonna do against Muta Corruptor Liberator? Like, they just can't deal with it. Protoss doesn't have a good way of dealing with both light air unit and like tanky air unit. Like, you can't deal with both at the same time.
I wonder if we're gonna see any kind of cell.
It's a bit late for that.
Well, probably better than nothing, though, right? I mean, I don't know if they can come back if they keep playing this way.
Bad boy Thor. Yeah, look now, Darkwhite has such a big bio army. She's also going to be able to deal with, with all the ground. Oh wait, Darkwhite siege. Darkwhite's giving me some panic attacks here with these sieges.
Yeah, the mines aren't really connecting on anything really well. That's a lot of liberators, but will it be enough?
Nah, they can't stack. There's nothing clear in these corruptors. The corruptors just have clear vision of the liberators. They know their target.
Yeah, the corruptors are just so tanky and so hard to kill. I mean, they just don't die. Like against liberators, especially, they just don't die. They just keep going. We got some carriers here.
5 and 4 kills on these disruptors. Nice shot from Raul, as always. I don't see how they're gonna come back. Now there might be even some carrier. Yeah, carrier leaking. Although the carrier, well, yeah, there's nothing to really. Okay, yeah, the Vikings kill it.
I think the problem is those liberators that keep hanging around for the Protoss. If Kachar can kill them quick enough, maybe the Protoss can stack with them, but it's going to be hard. There's just so much corruptors and liberators.
But I'm not sure what kind of army Imsux is supposed to build here. There's nothing. It feels like there's nothing Protoss can add that's actually strong here. He can't.
Well, this is the Achilles heel of Protoss, right? Is the late game.
Like
if you're
Yes.
yeah.
No, go ahead.
If you're being pushed back as Protoss doesn't really have the best comeback mechanics. They just try to survive. I mean, at least in 3 versus 3, and Stalkers really fall off, at the end game. So, yeah.
They have some really strong tools, right? But usually, like, their best tools are stuck behind tier 3. If you want the carrier, right? Like, the carrier is like the best generic Protoss unit. But
Now when you have that many corruptors coming at you, now he's got Vipers.
Yeah, he already has the answer. Like, the Zerg answer to your tier 3 unit is in T2. You can just always get corruptors as soon as you get carriers. And so, like, then what do you do?
So you see, this is what I'm talking about. You want to get that ZVT matchup because it's just such a good denier of air. It's just
Okay, there's a little bit of a stack happening here. There's some stalkers, there's some bio, like there's units here. A lot of Vikings invested here from Darkwhite. Well, there's not really any air unit, but yeah, Darkwhite has enough. Never mind. She's rich.
that was a really good split by Imsux.
Yeah,
But the Libres are just surviving, and they're taking out the mines, which are supposed to take out the corruptors, and that's the problem.
Yeah, and you know, like, Shashka's not gonna miss a beat. It's not like we're gonna catch Shashka missing a microbial shroud, forgetting a parasitic bomb. Like, you know, he's gonna bile everything, he's gonna shroud, he's gonna use his parasitic bombs. I'm not sure about these broodlords though. Like, I don't know what that's doing there. I feel like this is the first time I've seen a broodlord in a tournament in a very, very long time.
This is a pretty good stack here.
Might be the first time I see broodlords win a match. A game. Yeah, I'm not convinced it's such a great stack here. Liberators now get the siege on the Thors. And you know, you would think Thors kill Libs, but in good enough numbers, Libs kill Thors.
Yeah, and they do a lot of damage to Thors.
Yeah,
They have a very high attack speed. They shoot pretty darn fast.
Yeah, it's Kachar's focused with his Libs on clearing the ground, but then there's no ground. Like, Chashka just stopped building ground. He's only Corruptor, Muta, Viper.
I mean, I think that there was way too many mines probably there in the beginning.
Dude, 5 carriers from Raul. Okay, Jurzal stims, but I'm not sure what stimming is gonna change in this scenario.
I think he's trying to die quick so Kachar can stack behind the Nexus.
Yes, but, you know,
That's all he can do, really, right?
Kachar hasn't been able to stack for like 15 minutes now, so I feel like.
Yeah, but that's the only thing he can do, though, right? I mean, he has to try to stack those libs. That's the only thing they can do.
Yeah, he has to try. That's true.
I mean, if he just plays without doing that, he ain't gonna. All right, so there we go.
Oh
Now, I think
the
Kachar has
Biles, dude, they just obliterated a huge amount of liberators. And now the corruptors are still here. The parasitic bombs are just doing damage.
It just disappeared.
There's no liberator surviving. Only one.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck. One liberator.
One liberator. One liberator goes a long way, though.
Does it though?
Oh yeah. I've seen liberators hang around and to take out 10+ units.
Okay, T4 has started. 4 players already have it on queue. And we're missing 2 players, Darkwhite and Imsux. Dude, Chachka's on 4 Brute
Kachar is just trying desperately to tank for those libs to keep him back as far as he can.
Yeah, but Corruptor plus Parasitic Bomb and Muta is just so.
Oh yeah,
good.
that's the trifecta, right? Of anti-air.
Yeah, so good. And now you have like mass Void Rays, but they already used their prismatic alignments. Like Void Rays, you kind of want to use them against. They're supposed to be good against armored unit, right? But they're only good against armored units if they have their prismatic alignment ability.
Yeah, I think this was a This is what the bottom team needed to get their confidence going again.
Yeah, this game is pretty over, I would say. Low gas count from the bottom team. Only 6 gases. It's pretty low, but... Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, where's the bios? Okay, here's the bios. Yeah, dude, Terran Army just having a really, really tough time. Shashka just owning Kachar right now.
Yep.
Also, I want to say, I think like one of the key players here, Darkwhite for sure. With those liberators from her, like she's been able to do so much damage to both Jurzal, Kachar, and Imsux. So I'm sure they're all three feeling the pain of that Darkwhite is bringing to them.
I think the problem was that she was taking out those mines, which Kachar really needs to protect his air army. So that hurt a lot. See, those libs are just there, just picking off those mines. Let's see the tank here. But all those Ravagers just come through and they just...
They kind of soften everything up, and if there's any club, they eliminate the club. But then the club
there's
doesn't...
actually a lot of Liberators surviving here.
And the Vipers do the rest of the damage.
Okay.
It's Ravagers as anti-air, man. They're very expensive. Like, Ravagers are not cheap units. They're 140 each. It's very, very expensive. Because you need 3 bios to kill 1 Liberator. That's very expensive.
That's a lot of carriers.
No, Darkwhite! Siege on Thorst! There we go. Land the Vikings! There we go. Perfect. All the Thors go down. Excellent. Oh my god, Darkwhite. So strong. And now the Widow Mines are gonna move forward, and they're all gonna get killed. Yep. Not one of them survived. Kachar is trying his hardest to tank the parasitic bombs and all the abilities.
Oh, mothership. There's no detection. They have to scan.
Yeah, but you know, a team like Beauties and the Beast are gonna scan 1,000%. They're gonna coordinate their scans.
Yeah, but it could have messed up the Ravager shots.
This is 10 Liberators. That's actually kind of dangerous, but...
and a mothership.
Yeah, but Raul's already on 9 carriers, dude.
I don't know. This looks very scary. The motherships are very tanky.
Nah, dude, it's 9 carriers. Everything is getting obliterated, and now Darkwhite, all she has to do...
That's a lot of Thors.
Yes, but it's Thor against Marauder now.
Well, yeah. There's too much ground there, Darkwhite.
Yeah, the bottom team is at middle just for so long that they just have more.
That was definitely a good effort. Really good effort from the top team. But
Yeah, sorry, no, go ahead.
Yeah, I just think that the bottom team has just had momentum too long. It's just... I just don't see way back now. Once there gets like Viper and all that stuff, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, and you can already see that GrumpyKittens scanned Shashka, and they highlighted the gas. So they already know they're behind. Like, they don't have an alternate win condition. They can't win on 4 gassing each. Like, they need to win through pushing. If this goes on, and they have to push for in the next 9 minutes, because otherwise, at 40 minutes, this game will end, and Beauties and the Beast will win.
I have to give credit though to the top team because they're not showing any signs of, you know, they're microing every wave. They're playing hard every wave. They're not giving up on anything. They're just staying with it. So I gotta give them credit for that. But it's, yeah.
Okay, yeah, and Shashka's adding Ultras, and you know, Ultras, they have one job, to kill that planetary fortress.
Especially when you start getting up into the higher strike levels, and they fly across the field.
Dude, these parasitic bombs, oh my god, so much damage. They just they don't kill anything, but they soften everything, and then the carriers just...
Now our mothership from Raul, he's trying to solidify their victory.
I think they would have to like step away from their keyboard to mess this up. Like, if they just keep playing standard, there's no way they can mess this up. Like even doors from Darkwhite, just to like, you know, put the nail in the coffin.
I mean, they're definitely closing this out with all the big units.
Okay, here goes the Ultras. That's a lot of Ultras at the Planetary Fortress. That's a lot of damage. He scans on time. And the Planetary Fortress is already... Oh, like, it's still taking damage from something. It's at 143. 120 now. I think the next wave that Zerg comes out, there's... Kachar has no ground unit, so there's nothing...
I don't think it's going to be a 40-minute game.
No. This game is going to end in the next Shashka wave. If Raul could get there, I'm sure he'd be really excited, and he would shoot with disruptors the planetary fortress down, but Shashka's gonna be able to take the win this time.
Yep.
Hey, we have a match on our hands, dude. It's not a 3-0.
I mean, these two teams, anybody can really win. Even though the GrumpyKittens have, you know, all their accolades, I mean, there's a lot of other good players, and they can definitely give them a game, which we're seeing. So
Here comes the Ultras, and they're gonna shout
and that's
the PF down, and GG's called.
Yep, that was a good match.
Okay, so as I was saying, next round there's going to be 4 undefeated teams, and then the winners of those 2 matches are going to face off in round number 4. So we're going to see who goes undefeated from to round 5, and I think that's going to be extremely exciting. That round 4 is going to be extremely hype. I absolutely can't wait to see it.
Yeah, you know.
So we have exciting games this week, and none of the teams are eliminated. So we're gonna get to see even more hype matches the next following weeks.
But we have no idea what the matchups are, right? We're gonna see what they.
Right. It's undecided still, but you know we're gonna be following. Most of the 4 teams that are going to be undefeated in the next round, we're probably gonna be following them around and see how they're doing on round 4. So the teams that are undefeated so far for the next round are going to be the winner of this. Grandpotatoes, the Pupzillas, and In Your Head, right? So those 4 teams are the ones that are currently undefeated. 2 of them are going to go down in the next round, and I think we'll be following those to see all the 3-1 scores. All the 2-1 scores. We'll probably be paying close attention to those on round 4.
So those 4 teams could be any combination. We don't know.
Yeah, it could be anyone. Could be up against anyone. Yeah, any of the other 3. So, for example, you guys, Grand Potatoes, right? You're 2-0. You're going to be up against either the winner of this, In Your Head, or the Pubzillas. Like you can face any of the 3. So it's only going to be undefeateds against undefeateds.
Ah, that's nice. So, Imsux is going Ravagers versus the Marine. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, this is going to be extremely interesting. Oh my god. Okay, wait. I have to comment on this. I can't believe I didn't notice this earlier. What am I doing? But all T1 openers from the Terrans. All 3 Terrans open T1. And I don't like this clump from Triss. Oh, because of this reason. I would much rather see the Marines spread. That was very hard to watch, all the Marines dying, and I'm 1,000. And Kachar's also doing it. I don't understand. He's like so much of this is going to die now. Only one battle lance.
Yeah, you have to think they've been playing a lot of tier T2 play, and they're switching to T1 play, so they're kind of switching gears.
No, I can understand that, but the clumps are just asking for pain against the
yeah, I
Ravager
mean,
bios.
if you go against Ravager bio, you got to be spread like crazy.
What?
Yeah, this is going to be strong right here. Those are really good shots.
Dude, okay, there we go. Now some Ravagers start dying there at the end. Like, those 2 Marines killed 3 Ravagers. But that's 5 Ravagers. That's a lot. Shashka's on the other side. Is he going to dodge?
Well, I think Ravagers can blink.
Well, he was on the other side, but... Oh my god, dude. Okay, but no, this is...
Yeah, but the problem was that Imsux Ravagers split Shashka's Ravagers, and he took out a few.
Yeah, but Raul, he already has adepts, right? Like if he was on mass stalkers, he could have blinked back, but now the leaks are extremely painful for him. Like any leak, and he absolutely can't clear. That tells how fragile the TVP matchup is. Like, Protoss is favored in the early rounds, but only by very little.
And, well...
Only Marauders left. Marauders don't trade very well against Ravagers.
And this is the problem. Some of those Ravagers are going to split off.
+2 armor against Triss. Has +1. Oh, the issue is like Imsux is just leaking into Shashka's wave and dealing enough damage.
Plus, if you have Terran leaking into Protoss, it kind of breaks up the formation a little bit, enough for the Terran to win.
Yeah, and the scan, dude, is absolutely beautiful. These hallucinated Archons are not contributing anything to this fight.
That was a spot-on scan right there.
Oh, okay, actually, but some Stalkers will survive. Oh, but Pepper stims. I don't know about this stim.
That's a lot of Ravagers, though.
Is it gonna be enough? It's so close, man, but... Yeah, this is looking very close.
Definitely helping with this.
Okay, now the bottom team clears, so Beauties and the base will be able to clear, and now Shashka's, I think, going to be able to deal with this wave no problem. Look at all the bios coming down, and as the bios come down...
I don't know, that's a lot of bio in the corner there.
Yeah, but look at that bile, dude. Like, you only need like a couple of ones to land.
Yeah, to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, now Kachar...
He's gonna get another shot. Oh.
Oh, okay. Not as big as I thought the bios were going to be, but I think it's going to be a lot more than enough. Is it? Yeah, now Stalkers are surviving, and now everything's going bad for the GrumpyKittens. You can see Pepper's switching strategies. He's going for T2, which I absolutely think he needs. He needs a couple of Liberators. Like, you can't keep going bio against a Zerg player that's going for Ravager Infester. You will eventually lose.
Yeah, even if there's a Stalker leak, they'll still win when they get that big.
And I don't see that transition from Triss yet. So Triss is hoping to stay bio. And I don't think that's going to be strong enough against Shashka. He's really going to depend on a huge leak to help him out.
Yeah, one of the Terrans got to go T2 soon, or this is just going to be too much.
Oh, dude, okay, these bios are absolutely nasty. So many Marines die. And as you see, Triss is definitely going for that T2, and so is Kachar. So both of them, both Terrans, immediately recognize that they're no longer going to be able to push, and that the early game is over. Now it's time for some T2. Now it's time for some Liberator play. It's maybe bunker. That's a lot of Marauders still standing.
It's gonna be close. Maybe not. Okay.
Okay, we have all the T2s finally finishing up.
Oh, those are really good shots.
And now we're gonna move on into the next phase of this game where GrumpyKittens is going to try to stack some Liberators while Beauties and the Beast will attempt to destroy that stack.
I think I felt those Ravager hits. Jeez. Yeah, the Adept Stalker is very strong versus Bio.
But you know, there's always a chance. You have a TC stack on a Protoss. Like there's always a chance. I think it's going to be that unbelievable to make a stack happen.
No, that's the advantage of having Zerg in the late game with Terrans.
Zerg is going for T3. Wow, that's very aggressive from Shashka. That's a very early T3. Normally you can see.
I think he knows that there's gonna be some kind of air stack, and he's probably gonna go right for Vipers.
Oh my god, Shashka's gonna obliterate 2 waves of Terran Bio with just Ravager. With Terran Bio with just good bios, dude. Literally, the bios are just obliterating everything. Okay, 3 T3 start up. So Kachar and Triss are going to go T3, and Shashka finished up his T3. Wait, but why 2 T3s? I guess we're gonna see Thors from Triss.
Well, I'm sure they're starting their comeback phase plan right now, so Bio is pretty much dead at this point. I'm thinking there's going to be a massive switch. See, there's the Vipers.
Yeah, good call.
Yep.
Kachar still hasn't revealed, but it's so obvious that Kachar is gonna switch, right? Like he's on +1, he doesn't have any armor upgrades, he doesn't have any attack upgrades. He's gonna sell. Like it's painfully obvious. I think everyone can tell. It's not a secret.
Oh yeah, he has to.
What are these Vipers going to do? And the answer is nothing. Oh my god, dude, the Disruptors annihilated everything. Like, Imsux is so clumped that Raul just completely smashed him.
Wow, that was a lot of damage on the planetary fortress.
Yeah, and it's suddenly, dude, it was up to 0, and we're gonna... It looks like this game is gonna get tied. Okay, we see the scan coming out from the bottom team. They scan Kachar as he's selling. And Kachar does not have enough time to sell everything. He only adds. So he's gonna keep his bio. Kachar didn't sell. He only sold like half his Marines. Not too excited about these Vipers, but oh, here comes a Beauties, and actually, I think that's a 500 IQ play where.
Yeah, that was good timing right there.
You get the Vipers, not for the you know, they damage the libs, but they also completely smash the Mutas. Yeah, this wave is not it. Triss does not have anything to save these Liberators with. It's only 2. And yeah, two Liberators are not gonna deal with this massive army. Look at the amount of Ravagers he has available. Here comes the Shroud, and yeah, there's more than enough bios to deal with this. But I would like to see Shashka start adding something to deal with these doors.
Well, he just has Viper, but he doesn't have anything to kill the. Well.
Yeah, these are full energy Vipers. There's even Storm, dude, Parasitic Bomb, like all the mutas are just getting obliterated. There's only 3 Liberators alive, but they're also getting abducted. Like, each Liberator is getting abducted by a Viper, and they're getting pulled into a field of Void Rays. I don't know, dude, this is looking like a Beauty and the Beast victory.
Yeah, a little surprised at the double bio there from the top team, but
You know, I also want to comment on Shashka's positioning. You can see that he's at the back, and so is Raul. And there's a reason for this, right? You want to be at the back as possible, so that Kachar doesn't get to stack at the Planetary Fortress. Like, it's some really nice brain plays. Like, you might not notice them right away, but it's not a mistake that they're both back. It's very intentional. And I don't know. I'm not sure about Raul being so back, but I think they're just trying to let the Liberators survive and just have Pepper with Vikings and his own set of Liberators.
those were some big storms as well. I mean, the only way I think that GrumpyKittens can come back is with that Liberator Muta stack, but it's gonna be tough with those fast Vipers. Be very tough.
That Triss is trying to suicide, but it's not really getting the suicides. And these Vipers, the Thors are not doing any damage. They're just attacking Mutas and Vipers. They don't really deal with, you know, you gotta disable their anti-air attack so they actually contribute to the fight. Okay, BCs are tanking there. They protect the Liberators, but here comes the Muta, and there's like Storm Parasitic Bomb, and all of the air units go down. I wasn't expecting this much AoE, but damn.
That's a lot of splash.
Dude, they're just carpet bombing with parasitic bombs and storms. Nothing survives. Here comes Triss with suicide. And actually Pepper just he doesn't kill the Thors, he just suicides his libs. Wow, that's actually brilliant play coming out from Pepper. He wants to not kill the Thors. He wants to let Kachar walk as forward as possible as he can, so that he doesn't get the stack at the Planetary Fortress. I absolutely love that play from him.
I think at some point Kachar will stack on the Planetary Fortress.
But I don't like this mass Viper. This I don't like. But so many Vipers. How many Vipers is... Oh, okay, it's 5 Vipers. I still think that's a lot of Vipers. I'm not sure what you need 5 Vipers for.
He just wants to splash down everything.
Yeah, but 2, you know... Parasitic Bomb does not stack.
I mean, it's doing a good job so far, I think.
I think he's gonna kill a couple... Yeah, he kills it, like, Thor, damages some others, and just then suicides. And Triss... you know, Triss disabled the anti-air, as I was saying, but actually, it's kind of being bad for him, maybe, I think? Because he's now walking all the way to middle. Yeah, like, the Rextech it's at the high level, it's really like a battle of positioning. It's like, okay, I'm trying to put my opponent's units like in this position so I can be near the Planetary Fortress. I want to kind of suicide, just control the flow of where the tug of, like, how do you call this? Like, tug-of-war? You kind of want to control the flow of the tug-of-war yourself and dictate the pace of the game. And the top team is trying, like, GrumpyKittens is trying to dictate the flow by suiciding the Marines. Like, you can see that he stims all his units to drop them down to full health and just try to control the flow of the game that way, but The top team is not letting him. Sorry, the bottom team is not letting them. Beauties and the Beast are just... They're dictating the pace of this game completely.
Yeah. We might have a game 5. See if anybody pulls out their ace in the hole for that one to win this match.
I think I think they're gonna keep their secrets, man. I don't think they're gonna show their hidden cards in their sleeves. They're probably very confident, saying like, "Yeah, I'm gonna qualify. There's no problem here."
This could be a problem here.
So many Vikings versus Zerg.
Yeah, that's true. This could be a problem. Those are pretty good sieges. Yep.
The Ultras are dying, actually. And Ravagers do not trade well against Thors whatsoever. Okay, he Blinding Clouds and Bungles. So that just eliminates that damage. But, no, can Kachar deal with this many Void Rays is the question.
That is a lot of Void Rays. Let's see the Zerg come in, see if they can rescue these.
The Prismatic Enlightenment runs out. He kind of used it a little bit early. He was using it against Marines where he doesn't need it. Okay, and now the Zerg versus Terran, the Zerg and Terran combo is going to face off against his only Terran.
This is the matchup. This is what I'm talking about.
But
that is a lot of Vikings.
There's not enough air, actually. Pepper's gonna dominate this.
There's not a lot of Liberators though left.
Dude, Pepper is earning his wage, man. Like, this dude is playing. God damn. Like, that was some really sick clear. Like, he absolutely...
I mean, yeah. Everybody's playing really good. He's definitely putting in his work. These Thors are looking quite scary and pretty tanky, but...
Dude,
no.
he just Blinding Clouded the Thors and just bungled them so they never attacked. And so the Thors were doing absolutely nothing, and he just cleared it with Ravagers and Vipers. But this is some sick next level gaming we're getting to see out of Beauties and the Beast. And what a way to turn it around, like, damn, man. What a treat we're getting to cast.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm taking some notes. This is like a
Oh, I am
master
as well.
class.
Believe me, I'm definitely taking notes.
Dude, this is an absolute masterclass on how to play Direct Strike. Like, how the difference between micro and not microing.
I mean, yeah, I think that Direct Strike is definitely, definitely like, there's not one single way you play this game. There's many ways you can play. But it is nice to see these players playing in their styles like this at a high level.
This is a lot of units on the Planetary Fortress. It's taking a lot of damage as the Ravagers are still alive. The Biles are there. The Lurkers are there. And GG. Beauties and the Beast tie it 2-2. Wow.
How about that, huh? This kind of reminds me of a game that was played recently.
Okay, there's some fighting about colors. Like, Chashka wants the light pink and Jurzal has it.
I haven't seen this before.
Oh my god. Chashka, we will not start. Well, it's not on your hand, buddy.
Arguing over colors? Really? Come on.
I mean, I can't argue. I like picking my yellow color, but...
I just pick whatever color's on the screen and go. I don't care what the color is.
But I don't threaten to not play.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of ridiculous, I think.
We have some opinions here coming from the chat where they think G-Kid is going to win. And there's another comment saying that Shashka is going to keep winning his lane. And he gets an early push. Let's see. I don't know. I've seen Pew Pew play extremely different from some extremely different CVPs. Like he would go mass sling into Muta, and that worked one time. The one time I played with him, that really worked really well. Okay, 3 T2s opening up. Both Zerg's gonna go T2 and the Terran, so Kachar is going T2. So they're gonna go for a TC stack. Not the PT stack. Well, you know, they're gonna go for the PT stack early on, but it's gonna be Liberators, not Bio, that you're gonna be catching the Stalkers. Let's see.
Ooh, they're going PT.
Yeah, Kachar's already on T2, and Raul's only on mass. He's on mass Stalker. He's gonna have a real good time against this.
So they're gonna try to stack the Stalkers with the Libs, so the Libs can just do damage to the Toss.
Pepper sees the Hydras and goes T2 after making 6 Marines.
So that's kind of like the advantage of PVZ is you're able to do that because of the blink back.
Yeah, but Shashka being front might be a mistake. He's gonna take some damage, yeah. That's a little bit of damage he didn't have to take.
Yeah, I think plus being front is going to allow Imsux to blink closer to the bunker.
But he wants to die. He's gonna get to die. Let's see how good these blinks are. And
Oh, no blink from... Oh.
Yeah, Imsux just blinks to suicide. But it's only Liberators from Kachar. There's no way Kachar can clear this. We're gonna get to see a... Okay, yeah, Pepper canceled T2. He went for Masked Marauder.
Those are some pretty late sieges there.
That's a lot of Marauders, man. Like, Marauders... Actually, this is gonna be bunker. Yeah, this is... Dude, this is 1000% bunker. Wow, Beauties and the Beast. They're making it happen, man. They're making it work.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why they're not just doing the straight up PT on this. I mean, I think they're gonna try to go for the late game Protoss air stack or something, but I don't know.
Yeah, okay, now Kachar's gonna get his dance.
Yeah, right, but he's going against full Stalker.
Yeah, and this Jurzal's at the back still, so he's not gonna catch these Liberators. He's just gonna kill the Liberators, blink back. Yep. And then he's gonna do an insane amount of damage to this Jurzal wave. And here comes Pepper. He's now adding Marines. And this is a lot of Marauders, dude, on the Stalkers. That's a lot of damage. Imsux is forced to blink back. Okay, this is as good as wave as any that that Imsux is gonna get to stack these Stalkers. So blue absolutely needs to stack some Stalkers here.
That is a lot of Hydras.
Yeah, Shashka's only on +1, no Infestor. But that's a lot of Hydras. Okay, here we go. He's gonna get their stack. No Liberator went down. Some good sieges. Okay, but some repositioning there, and not even repositioning on the Stalkers. Yeah, I don't know about this. Yeah, look, the Liberators are stuck just sieging and re-sieging, and all of them are gonna go down to the Stalkers.
I think we're gonna see a T3 Liberator soon.
I'm not sure what that. I'm not sure about that lib micro from Kachar that way.
Yeah, I mean he's trying to shoot down blinking Stalkers with libs, kind of difficult.
Yeah, you really need um, to make liberators when it's easier to siege the liberators once there's units that the Protoss can't blink around, like disruptors and immortals and adepts and all those other units. Or you want some ravens to really help you out with those interference matrix. Just force the stalkers to be in one position. Yeah, he's just perfect. He's just dodging all of the lib ranges. All of the lib zones are dodging. The mutas don't even catch. Mutas have one job and they're not doing it.
I'm thinking maybe.
Oh my god, that fungus was absolutely massive. It's like 24.
Yeah.
Absolutely massive.
I'm thinking that maybe there might be an adjustment for Kachar in the back instead of trying to stack with the stalkers. I'm not sure. There's got to be some adjustment later.
I think he's waiting on T3. Oh, he's already on T3. Oh, where's the siege? He doesn't have siege range. That's why he doesn't have siege range yet.
I think he's saving it to where he gets the right moment to get the positioning right.
He's probably waiting on that BC, right?
Yeah, I mean it's going to take picture perfect timing. I think they know that they got one good push, and they can come back. But yeah, if Beauty and the Beast can win this with this kind of matchup, that's going to be a tough loss for the GrumpyKittens. Because
the strat of like they've had BT, they just don't use it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's a very powerful thing, you know. But they could just be going for a late game strategy. But the problem is this Zerg. If this Zerg starts leaking into this air, that's going to be rough.
Dude, there's so many mutas here. I think that's gonna be enough. Or Shroud. Okay, perfect Shroud. Nice. Yeah, dude, there's already Void Rays from Raul. Yeah, all this is gonna get cleared. I mean, there's always a chance. I don't want to completely discredit like GrumpyKittens. There's always a chance. There's a TC stack, but Kachar is still front.
Yeah, I think he's waiting for the right moment to go back and try to stack deep in the back with the Zerg. I don't know.
Dude, Imsux has exactly 30 stalkers. He's on stalker mode.
Well, he's trying to make a big cushion as he can with those liberators.
Yeah, but I don't know. What's your response to these mutas? He needs some Muto mines as well. He needs BCs. Like, he needs so much to be able to deal with this.
That was nice right there.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a stack, but dude, look. Raul's coming here. He has his Void Rays. He's going to deal a lot of damage. But he's not looking to... yeah, he blinks the Stalkers, kills a lot of the Void Rays. One of these Disruptors gets 4 Ravagers. That's a lot of value.
But that's a lot of Liberators. And there's still a good amount of Ravagers. Where's the Biles? Okay.
Yeah, there's no armor upgrades on these Liberators. Some auto blink there from Imsux. That's uncharacteristic of him.
That was a good fungal right there.
No Ravagers from Shashka.
I'm thinking that maybe it would be better if Kachar just try to kill those Mutalisks quick. You can probably one-shot them with that many Liberators. Then just hit the Hydras.
Shoot the Disruptors! Where's the shooting?
That took a what? 1 Ravager and Infestor? This battle's getting a little closer. Let's see if Pepper can hold this.
Well, he's gonna have something surviving, but... yeah, he's gonna have enough Liberators. Yep. Man, Pepper's doing a really good job these games. Okay, and here comes one of the dangerous waves. Oh, Kachar, where's the
Oh
siege?
no!
Kachar! What
Ah,
job, dude? You had the siege there. He was busy on his side. He was adding widow mines.
I
Where
think
was
he
the
must have
siege?
clicked between the siege modes.
Oh my god, dude. You really needed that one siege. That was like the whole point. He finally gets to stack liberators for the wave he wants. And he's busy elsewhere. That is very sad.
That disruptor misfired. You see it? It hit a Zergling.
Oh, that's not good. But
Yeah,
they're gonna get another opportunity here. That's a lot of liberators.
that's a good siege right there. There's a lot of bio.
You know, the issue right now is like Pepper, he's been given the opportunity to make a lot of bio. And what that translates to is that, I don't know, I'm not sure about the siege. He could have killed these liberators.
Oh no,
instead.
no, that wasn't good.
Yeah, he needed to kill those liberators. That's way more value than the, I don't know what. Okay, Pepper, I don't know what that was, Pepper. But it's gonna be good enough,
Yeah.
actually.
Mistakes made here and there from both teams.
That's gonna be good enough. I don't know. Some stalkers will survive, but he's doing enough damage. He forces the widow mines to trigger, and I think that's gonna be good enough. But the disruptors are gonna go down without shooting. It's a very high risk play to make disruptors against liberators.
Yeah, this
Really-
is almost 50-50.
You're really banking on the liberators not killing your disruptors, but I will say that I don't like Raul's positioning of his disruptors. I would like him to make them in the corner where the liberators aren't at.
Oh, Pepper is microing his liberators really well.
You know, except for that one time where he unsieged against the, like where he sieged and there was like a billion liberators he could kill. Almost gets the High Templars, but no dice. High Templars soften everything up, but they don't kill a single thing. And I think the window's starting to close. The gas count is very in favor of the bottom team. Imsux is still on basically mass stalker.
Well, here's the problem. Now the Zerg is leaking into the Liberator.
Yeah, now Raul is doing terrible, terrible damage to this. Quoting readout, terrible, terrible damage to Jurzal's wave, and this is looking like a turnaround, dude. It's a complete reverse sweep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Pepper +2. These stalkers are gonna die pretty quickly, and I think Shashka is more than ready for these stalkers. He bungles and lurkers them down, so he holds them in place, and you know the stalkers really just aren't stacking anymore. They're not doing their job, and now Kachar is forced to face this Muta wave, and I think this is where Taylor struggles the most. Is that they don't have a really good answer to Mutas. Oh, okay, one of these disruptor lands pretty well. Get some Ravagers. 2 and 2.
So now the problem is that Zerg is starting to leak into the Liberator stack, which is not good. And that's what they need to. That's their comeback mechanic, right? So.
Oh, dude, and now Imsux is forced to making a disruptor, and oh my god, this is painful. Pepper only has to add libs. That's the only thing he has to do.
That was a good shot there. The Vipers are out now.
Hey, you know, Shashka's a madman. He has no swarm host against disruptors. He's wild. He's making
He's
it
a
work
madman.
though.
A madman.
He's making it work, dude. Pepper's also like going for Mass Viking against Zerg, which is, you know, extremely risky, but hey, dude, it works. This Mass Liberator Viking style from Pepper is doing the job. Oh my god, dude, look at that. But okay, but that's a bit dangerous. Okay, so Pepper just keeps dancing, doesn't clear. Oh my god, dude, Pepper. Pepper! Playing so well.
Yeah, they're all playing well.
To think
This
Pepper
is what-
wasn't even around, like, you know, I don't think he was around in the previous tournament.
I really don't know much about Pepper. I know who Raul is a little bit, but I don't know who Pepper is really. He must. I don't know where. Is he pretty new? Is he like kind of a new player to the tournament circuit?
I think so. I'm not sure. I don't think I remember seeing him play in the previous tournaments. You know, there's no Wikipedia for Direct Strike, sadly, not yet. If one of you viewers wants to do that, I'll appreciate it 1,000. But so far, there's no Wikipedia for Direct Strike games, so I'm not really sure what the previous results or everything were. But from my memory, Pepper's new to tournaments. He's been around for like a couple months, maybe like a year. But the thing about Pepper is he's always been playing with like Kachar, with Imsux, with Jurzal, with Triss, with Shashka. Like, those are the type of players he's playing around always. And you can see he's playing really well, man. He's had some good mentors.
Those Raptors went right for the swarm host. They need this one.
I'm not sure this wave is gonna cut it. There's Corruptors.
I don't know if he can unsiege and attack the anti. Well, so close.
Yeah, but Pepper's so good, man. He's gonna clear the Liberators too. He's gonna deal damage to the Stalker. Oh my god, dude, Pepper. He's really teaching me
Who
how
are
to
you?
TVC.
Who are you, Pepper?
Yeah, dude. Like, who are you smurfing for, man?
Who is this guy? Making all these plays.
Like, god. Now the Vipers are here too. Dude, GrumpyKittens looked so good the first two games. I could have never predicted that the next 3 games were gonna look like this. And you know, we were complaining about the TVZ, but Pepper's showing us how to get it done.
I just think that the biggest mistake was not capitalizing on that lane 1 ZVP. I mean, you gotta. I mean, libs are nice, but they don't do any damage to the bunker, right? So they can be good for a stack, but
Okay, finally a Swarm Host from Shashka. Nice. You know, and Shashka's brave, dude. He's a Mass Lurker. And he knows that the next wave is Liberators. And he's still on Mass Lurker. He keeps adding more. Dude has no fear.
I'm not so sure that's the best idea, but
I don't think it's the best idea, but the dude doesn't has no fear, man. Doesn't care. He just pulls all the PCs and then the Void Rays just clean them up. And he doesn't care that there's Liberators from Kachar leaking into Pepper, because Pepper's like on a billion Liberator Viking. Dude, look at this. The Corruptors are just like in... sorry, the Liberators are just in fighter mode, and they're killing Corruptors even.
the Vikings just take everything out.
You know, I think I was a very strong... I was very strongly against Vikings, against Zerg, because they trade so poorly against Mutas. But
Well, I think they're good, but you got to have a ton of them, right?
Oh, clearly I was wrong because Pepper's doing extremely well.
I think they're actually more for probably the corruptors, and then he can unsiege and take out the mutas with splash damage.
He's taking out the mutas with just Marines because he had so many Marines from the early game. Like, he doesn't need to add anything else against the mutas. He already has everything he needs against the mutas. Pop goes Ravagers. And now the Stalkers.
Those liberators are doing so much damage.
Dude, they all have like 4, 5, 8 kills each. Like, that's crazy. Even the Vikings have multiple kills on them.
So here's the problem. The Liberator's going right into this Zerg stack with this extra anti-air from the Terran.
Yeah, and the Vipers are so punishing, man, because you're trying to go for an air stack, and Shashka's getting the parasitic bombs just every time. And he just damages the wave enough that Raul can just clear.
Yeah, you can see that the bottom team is really going for it. They're really trying to close this game out. They don't want to.
Yeah,
they don't let them breathe for a minute.
I definitely learned a lot from watching this match. Oh my God.
I think I learned a lot from watching all the games. Every game was like a little different than the other.
Parasitic bomb lands, dude. Look at
I mean,
all
this
the
is
damage.
Yeah, I
all
mean,
the
this is
Liberators.
a nice strategy Kachar's going for, but the problem is it's against the air Zerg. It's
Dude,
just
look at Shashka's micro. He has like 1 billion Vipers, and he's like just using the abilities 2 at a time. He just uses 2 parasitic bombs, waits until it times out, and then uses 2 more parasitic bombs, wait till those ones time out, and then use it again. Like, it's so absolutely devastating. Look at this. Everything just... It's against Mass Marine, and everything with like 10 HP. It just gets completely obliterated. Wow, dude. Some really next level game coming out of Beauties and the Beast. This is a direct strike match.
oh yeah.
Oh, dude, Lightning Cloud on every single Stalker. Yeah, he just Lightning Clouds everything. Now he's gonna abduct the BCs. So all his units stay on the other side, and all his Vipers survive, so now he's gonna have a lot of Vipers, and there goes the first parasitic bomb. It's gonna land, and I'm sure he's gonna time out the rest of them.
This is a nice stack here.
Dude, there's so many parasitic bombs left. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, no, dude, everything's gonna die.
Yeah, and then
Oh
the
my
Vikings.
God, look at the damage from these Vipers. You know, I'm really not I wasn't a strong believer in this Vipers, but damn, dude, like Shashka's Vipers
You're a
are
believer now.
Shashka's Vipers are on a whole another level.
The Vikings just have to just tap them and then go down.
The abducts and disruptors is also very good. Nice storm there from Sucks, but nice feedbacks. Wow, okay, that was a nice feedbacks. But there's 8 Vipers. Brood Lords coming out. You have any thoughts on this?
My thought is, why not?
Because it helps them stock?
I mean, I'm just saying that I think they have already covered all the bases. Why not? You know, why not throw a couple moves in there?
This is actually a very good stack. There's a lot of Ravagers. Yeah, all these Void Rays are clumped. They're all gonna go down. There's a lot of Vikings and Liberators. There's also a lot of Corruptors. This is the best opportunity that I think we're gonna get
Oh
from
wow,
the
yeah, you're right.
GrumpyKittens. This is
That's
their
a lot
best
of
shot.
Raptors and Vikings. He's a oh boy.
All the Liberators from Pepper are gonna go down to these Corruptors. Yeah, and Sucks is gonna catch. Okay, this is gonna be a close one. This is where the Vipers and the Broodlords and all this weird units that he's doing are not gonna do so well. But let's see. Yeah, is GrumpyKittens gonna turn it around at the absolute last minute possible?
I think this is the problem with the Lurker and the Broods and all these odd things you pointed out.
But actually, Shashka, dude, somehow he makes it work. There is no other chance. That was it. And now
That is a lot of
Yes.
anti-air from Raul. A lot.
The Broodlords did their job. Oh, like, I didn't think the Broodlords were gonna contribute anything, but they kept the Stalkers busy enough, and they kind of forced Sucks to blink forward into Lurkers. So I don't know. Maybe it's too smart, and my brain can't process it. But yeah, that was their last opportunity. GrumpyKittens almost did the complete turnaround, but
Still
Shashka
possible.
stopped it. I'm not sure about that. Now it's gonna be a clean wave. There's Vikings from Pepper. It's a lot of Broodlords. But I don't think Imsux has an actual way to deal with these Broodlords.
Yeah, that's right. They almost turned it there. That was crazy.
Dude, this game 5 is wild.
Look how many freaking Vipers.
Yeah, but I think the game is already over. The gas count is just too much in favor of Beauties and the Beast. So GrumpyKittens can't win by income. And I think their last window to really stack is just gone, because now we're on to E4. E4 makes everything faster. It just makes stacks just that much more harder to do. Everything shoot faster and move faster, which is the opposite of what you want if you're trying to stack.
Mm-hmm. That is just a huge air army.
Dude, that is so many Broodlord. Shashka keeps adding more Broodlord. That's 5. And actually, that's a lot of army sieging on the planetary fortress. That's a lot of mutas, and the Broodlords are still there. The Lurkers are still there, and the planetary fortress is actually gonna go down. GG is called. Beauties on the Beast with a reverse sweep, went down 0-2, and then won the remaining 3 games. They took down GrumpyKittens. They're gonna keep their undefeated record alive. Wow, that was sick gaming. Dude, I gotta get these guys on here. Hold on. I need to interview these guys. Shashka. Where's Shashka?
Hello.
Hello.
Where's
Greeting.
Darkwhite?
She's on another voice.
I don't know why she's.
Can we get her here?
I don't just pull them.
Okay. Well, congratulations, guys. That was some sick gaming. That was some very exciting match. I thought, well, it was a reverse sweep. I thought like you guys were done, and then somehow you guys turned it around. Like, how are you guys feeling?
Oh my god. I
Tired.
was so you can't imagine that I was so nervous at the third game, because it was a matchup that I really didn't want to play. Like, I see PDT against PTZ and like, I have no idea and had what to do. And somehow we won the third game. Then the next game was a bit easier, and the last game was also more easier. I don't know. Well, this was kind of very good prepare for us, from us. I mean, the last game. They had advantage, but we took this map.
Okay, so there's just multiple things I want to talk about for each one of you. So I'm just gonna start with one of you guys. Let's start with Pepper. Pepper, damn man, like I thought Vikings versus Zerg weren't great, but then you just kept making Vikings and Liberators, and it just looked amazing. Can you want to talk about that? You hear Pepper?
Yeah. I don't know. I actually like Vikings against Zerg now. Like at least when you're pushing, like Viking Mine, it's like pretty good against Corruptor and Muta. And I just figured I could just keep adding Viking because my Marines would take care of the Muta. And then my Vikings can stack multiple waves and deal damage to, I think it was Kachar.
That was some really sick gaming. I don't know. Pepper definitely carried some games there. He did a lot of the lifting, and like obviously everyone played really well from your team. But I don't know. I was very captivated by that play from Pepper. But also Shashka, dude, you did some extremely weird plays, or innovative maybe. I don't know, however you want to call it. I saw some Broodlords there. You want to talk about Broodlords?
I think I played Broodlords not once, yes. But isn't it bad? I don't think so. Like new broods are very, like they are very good units. I think it helps to keep my ground alive, and it's also not bad against mines and leaps, I would say. You just need to know when to add brutes. It's a good unit, I think.
And you also were playing like a very early mass Viper kind of style. Like you went for Vipers.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
at like
yeah.
minute 8, you were already going for T3 to add some Vipers. And dude, like I saw those games where you were just parasitic bomb like one at a time, and just all of the air units were, it was like you were microing your parasitic bombs to where you were waiting for one parasitic bomb to end and then using the next one, and I just saw like all the health go from max HP to like 10 HP, and then just Pepper was just massacring everything with Marines. So do you want to talk a little bit about those Vipers, and maybe also I want to hear from you. You were going for Mass Ravager, so I kind of want to hear a little bit about that as well.
To be honest, I think it wasn't the only weird play. Like the Protoss were playing a lot of High Templars, Void Race, what is not standard play.
We're gonna get to Raul very soon. Yes.
Yeah. And Terran was playing not Thor sleeps but Vikings sleeps, so we had a lot of not standard games, I would say. But it always depends what our opponents choose. For sure, we wouldn't get Vikings if it's something another.
Yeah, we're gonna get to Raul in a second, but I want to hear specifically about your Vipers and Ravagers, and like also like I saw at one point you were making like Lurkers against the follow-up Libs. I think that's very risky, but you didn't care. Is there anything you want to add to that, Ashka?
Raul?
Okay, well, fine. Okay, we'll talk about Raul. So Raul,
Yes.
I saw that you were against the Terran. You were kind of like at the back, so you weren't like focused on really damaging the Terran. You were more focused on just storming the next wave. Is what I saw.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
I kind of prepared to this matchup because as Protoss, I was really afraid of TZ stack. So we tried many things. We tried early carriers. We tried Mama Ship. Everything failed, and we talked with Kachar, Jurzal, and Shashka, and we came out that probably the best way to go is like Void Rays Phoenix and a few Disruptors and Eye Templars to hit the mutants. So you can do like damage to your wave if it comes to fight the middle because you have a lot of Void Rays. But also you do a lot of damage to the Zerg, so you basically kill a lot of things. And it's enough for the Terran to clear because then he is like Lips.
So when you guys saw the matchup screen at the end, what were you guys thinking?
Yeah, on paper it looked like an extremely unfavorable matchup, right? Like CBP and then PvT. Like everything looked wrong for you guys. Like
Yeah, what did you guys think?
Yeah, I mean the last matchup was like the first matchup we had. Like it was the worst matchup we could get, but the first we tried to go tier 2, and the last game we went for pure tier 1 and tried to kill the bunker really early. And it worked better than the other one.
Were you a little surprised that they didn't do like a Protoss Terran stack on that last game and they went libs instead?
Multiple
It's good.
games.
I
Yeah.
like that because you make your tier 2 push into our tier 2 Terran if we are going tier 2. But we went bio, so it kind of fucked them up, I think.
Well, if Kachar choose
I was a little surprised by that myself.
like the DZ stack is really good. So Kachar tried to use strong things, but maybe yes, they could play bio some maps probably.
Okay, Pew Pew wants me to just say Kitty's easy. I'm sure that was a very hard matchup for you guys, but you guys, congratulations. So you guys are moving on undefeated to the next round. You will be facing off against one of the other 3 undefeated teams, so I wish you the best of luck. If there's anything else you guys want to add, then feel free.
No, not really. Just good games. Really good games.
How about one for the casters? We sat here and cast that whole game, man. We watched every game.
That was 3 hours, dude. Oh my god. Like I
3
also,
hours watching these
yeah, no,
games.
so I'm very thankful, Joe, for you to help me cast. I did tell you very last minute and you were available, so I'm very grateful for that. Also thank you for all the viewers watched. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. Yeah, this is it. Congratulations once again to Beauties and the Beast for taking out, I'm pretty sure what you guys would think is one of your main opponents in the tournament. And best of luck in the next rounds.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Congrats.
Okay, good night, everybody. I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye.